Okay, be appropriate.
Okay, we're gonna be appropriate. We can't.
What's your favorite book? Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, there you go.
That's his favorite book. You make me nervous. Don't be a dork.
Sorry.
Is that how you're gonna see it?
Time out. Check.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, my husband and Brian and I are going to make chili and just kind of chat and do a random question generator while we chat. So I thought it would be funny. Some of the questions are already kind of funny. So this is my husband, Brian, and we have been married for 11 years. Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
We were married June 1st, 11 years ago. So Brian makes chili, and I love his chili. It's really, really good. It has meat in it. If you don't like meat, it has beans in it. Some people around here in Oklahoma make beanless chili, which just seems wrong to me. I don't even know how it's chili, but
it is good though. I have to admit.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyways, yeah. And then also Brian is from Nebraska, so we call it Nebraska Blue Ribbon Chili. So there's really no recipe. Like every single time it changes just a little bit. He adds more of something. So every time it turns out really good and kind of the same. So
just so you all know, this Blue Ribbon Chili is something that I got from my grandma, and then I have through the years added a whole bunch of other stuff to it. So there's a lot more to just this Nebraska Blue Ribbon Chili.
Yeah, that's true. It's really, really good. So anyways, we bought a ton of stuff. We went to Walmart today and bought so much stuff because Brian works out of town a lot, so it'll be nice to have a lot frozen. So we're gonna make a pot for today and then freeze a ton of it. So it was kind of rainy and cold this morning. Yesterday was Halloween, and it was like 50 and drizzly all day. So we felt like chili, and now it's kind of warming up, so hopefully we'll feel like it by the time the evening comes.
We got pretty much a stockpile of stuff. So let's just dig right into these sacks. And
we got so much stuff. We might not use all this, but...
Well, like she said, if you don't like meat in yours, you can make this chili without meat. Unfortunately, I do like meat. I don't know if you can tell. I've been working on it, but I do like a lot of meat.
This is so much stuff. We might not use all this stuff.
Yeah, we're actually going to use a big portion. All right, so the way I do it, a lot of people have many different ways of doing theirs. I start out with a whole bunch of different beans, and I like to keep the bean juice in with the chili. I don't like to add any other added flavors like water, or water's a big flavor too. But we don't have to add water because with all the extra bean juice and stuff like that, it keeps that added flavor that we're looking for.
And we like not really, really, really thick chili, but not like watery chili either. It's like kind of in the middle. So
it's called the spoon test, and we'll show you that later on. Yeah, the spoon test. Remember, where you stick the spoon in there, it can't fall over, and it can't go this way. Okay, but sticks right in there. It's a spoon test. It's a Nebraska Blue Ribbon spoon test chili deal. So what we're going to do is put many different types of beans in, like light kidney beans, dark kidney beans, and then we put some chili beans in there, and so on and so forth. The other thing is we take diced tomatoes and dump in there. We also have a little bit of tomato paste that we put in there also. That helps thicken up the chili itself. We also put a couple cans of tomato sauce in there. Now this is the secret that really, I think, makes every bit of my chili stand out. We actually put green peppers or multicolored peppers. It's getting that time of year, so we got to get a little festive. Isn't that how you say it? Festive? Oh yeah, festive. You got autumn colors.
About how you say a word.
Yeah. She's educated, I'm not. I try real hard. What I really like about the peppers is, believe it or not, it brings out like a kind of a little bit of a sweet taste to the chili. So you'll be impressed if you try and throw a couple of these in there. This is pretty much most of the ingredients. We're gonna put a little bit of minced garlic in there. Of course, you always gotta have chili powder,
but
not too much. But then we put a little bit of different seasonings in the meat. So what we'll do here in a minute is we're gonna get our beef out. Where's our beef?
I put it in the fridge.
Oh, the beef's in the fridge. So we'll get the beef out. We're gonna dice up some onions and throw basically this ingredient over here all in with the hamburger. We'll get it all browned up and ready to go. I like to brown it almost where the meat's done, but not quite. That way it'll finish cooking once you put it in with the chili. And not to mention the juice from the garlic, the spices and all that stuff goes into your vegetables. And then when you throw it all in there, and we'll let it simmer and go from there. This whole process, the way I like to do it is I like to let it simmer for like a couple hours, you know.
At least.
At least.
Sometimes all afternoon.
Right. It gets all the flavor throughout the beans, throughout the meat, and vice versa. So, here we go. So, this is my one and only Nebraska Blue Ribbon pot. As you can tell, I've had this pot for quite some time, and especially in the bottom, there's been some casualties of being burnt.
He moved this pot several times. I tried to
throw it away.
Purge it.
Yeah.
One time, and then I realized how good the chili was that he made in here, so.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of purging, you've got to see all the videos of her taking her stuff away. I know she's been dying to take some of my stuff away.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some decluttering videos with Brian here soon. So Brian's going to start chopping, and I am going to get us going with some questions here. So, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Shut the cupboards. Shut the drawers.
You try some nuts, like when I'm putting
Shut
stuff
off
away
the
or I'm
lights.
cooking, I just sometimes just leave the cupboard open. I don't know. I'm emptying the dishwasher or something, I'll just leave all the cupboards open so I don't have to open, shut, open, shut, open, shut. Or when I'm cooking, that drives them insane. Okay, what's my biggest pet peeve?
Oh, words. If you don't know what the word, how to say a word, don't say the word.
Yeah, we just argued about this earlier. If you don't know how to say it, don't use it in a sentence. Like, you might think you are looking smarter, but you're actually not.
So I'm gonna try and work on my smartness, or the words I should say and shouldn't. What other great questions?
Do you have any nicknames?
Oh, do you or do I? Because I know there's a lot of nicknames for you. Pookie's one of them. This is Pookie.
Yeah, I've said that before. Brian has always called me Pookie since nearly day one, I think.
Yeah.
And he, I don't know, I call him Babe.
Babe.
Same old. For other people, Brian was always, what, Bri Boy?
Yeah.
Growing up.
Bri Boy. Briz. I used to have a 78 Z28, and on my license plate, it said Bry's Z28. Well, in Nebraska, I guess they couldn't figure out that it was Bry's, so they called me Briz. And then when I was growing up, I was on a harvest crew for a while, so they called me Opie on there. I'm not quite sure where all that came from. My middle name is Frances, after my grandma. And so my parents call me Franny sometimes. Sometimes? Your dad, that's all your dad says.
That's all he calls me, really.
Oh, work with me, people. I'm starting to cry. The reason why we throw all this stuff in there is because all the spices get in the vegetables, meat, and everything. And what I like to do is I like to put big chunks in there. It just, no specific reason, I just like the big chunks. I think when you have chili, big, thick, chunky chili is the best. But if you don't like that, you can always cut these up a little bit smaller pieces. Okay. All right, we're going to the next question.
What's your favorite book? What?
Okay, what's your favorite book?
My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. That's one of my favorites.
I'm gonna have to say.
Brian doesn't really read. So,
the Bible, I guess.
Bible. You don't read that either.
Hey!
He needs
I
to
tried.
more.
But that's probably my favorite book.
Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah, there you go.
His favorite book.
Facebook.
Okay.
I do like reading like Hot Rod magazine or Diesel Truck magazine, stuff like that. I'm kind of.
That's not a book. And there's too many pictures.
Well, we got jokes.
Okay, next. What's your favorite candy? Mine used to be Butterfinger, but now it's Reese's. But now I'm not having candy.
Yeah.
Write this down.
We've really got to watch.
What's your favorite candy?
Candy intake. You know what? Honestly, I don't really have a favorite candy because I never really got into sweets and all that stuff until I gotten older. But yeah. I'd have to say my favorite candy. Oh shoot, what would it be?
You like those peanut ones recently?
Yeah.
What are those called?
Paydays?
Oh, Paydays. Yeah, Paydays. Or are they called something else too? Rolos?
Rolos.
I got you that bowl for the trash.
Oh, sorry.
You're wasting a lot of pepper there.
Yeah.
You want me to fix that?
No. Oh, look at that. Did we get all the stickers off the other ones? Stickers just add texture. No big deal.
What are you a natural at?
Boy, this is going to be a tough one.
Are we answering for ourselves or each other? You're a natural at talking. You always meet your word quota for the day.
Yeah, there's been people that tell me that.
A mother. I'm a natural at being a mother, I think. Maybe?
Yeah, I think so. You waited so long to be a mom. Now you're a mom and you're doing a great job raising that little maverick.
Thanks.
And he is such a good kid. Just think. Hey.
Oh, on to the next question.
What? No, wait a minute.
What have
wait a
you
minute.
created that you're most proud of?
Maverick and Isabella. Isabella was first.
Maverick.
Ooh, I missed
I didn't create Isabella, but I'm sure you love her like I did.
Yeah, she's definitely blessed to have a stepmom as cool as you. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, next question. What was your best birthday or favorite birthday? I'm gonna say, as a child, my mom always made our birthdays special. My brother and I are like, he's 2 years older than me, and mine's the 8th and his is the 10th. But my mom always made our birthday special, and when I was little, we had a boat and we always went to the lake and had all our cousins, usually our cousins when we were really little. And then like when I was 16, I had a big birthday at the lake, and that was my favorite birthday. I remember my dad, they got me a car, and I mean, it wasn't like a brand new car or anything. It was nice. My dad had a friend fix it up, and I loved that little car, and I wrecked it. So, anyways, I got up, and my dad had written this little treasure hunt almost, or like a little treasure hunt, and he wrote all these little clues, and I had to go find like certain things, and I got a couple presents throughout the treasure hunt, and I actually went to the garage and there was nothing in there, and I thought it was gonna be a car that time. And then we went back in the house to another part of it, and then came back out, and the car wasn't right outside the garage. So it was fun. That was my favorite birthday probably. As an adult, I don't know.
Probably hasn't had any with me.
Yeah.
Seems like our birthdays as adults, we always do something big. We either buy something.
Our families are good at celebrating birthdays. Like his side is good about celebrating our birthdays, and my mom's always good about doing a party for us. So yeah. And then I like my birthdays with my best friend. It's always fun. Yeah. Hang out with her. What was your favorite birthday ever?
You know what? I can't. It's for some reason I can't think of.
Off the top of your head?
No, not off the top of my head.
Oh, this is a good one for Brian and I. What is the story behind one of your scars?
Oh.
You start.
You want me to show?
It's short version.
Oh, sorry. So.
You're known for your stories.
So I got, yeah, I'm pretty good.
Scars. He has scars.
All over my chest. I have scars on my chest and on my arms right here. When I was in my mid-20s, I decided to go back to Nebraska to see some friends. And we were out at one of my other friends' house one evening, having a good old time. And we decided to ride four-wheelers. And one of my friends put up a barbed wire fence. Put up a moose went by.
We're like, don't knock the camera over.
We thought he was gonna knock the camera over. But anyway, one of my friends put up a barbed wire fence for his horse to eat the wheat, and it was just a single strand barbed wire fence. And lo and behold, I found it in the middle of the night.
He rode his four-wheeler through the barbed wire and it like ran. Well,
ran right up my chest.
It up in his neck and yeah.
And so it was really a.
He should have gone to the hospital, but his mom thought it was a good idea to butterfly him.
Yeah, we did a lot of home remedies back in the day. Touch base with the chili here. All we gotta do is add. Can you get the hamburger together?
Sure.
Thanks, babe. So we're gonna put a scoop of this minced garlic in here. Maybe not a full scoop, just a little one, about yay. Throw that in there. Just a little added flavor.
All right, so we're gonna add the hamburger real quick, and then Brian's gonna add the spices. Do you want to add all this?
Yes.
This is 4.5 pounds of beef. And we just got the real lean stuff because we don't want to have to drain it since we're adding it all together. Yeah,
because I don't like she said, we don't, when we put this in there, we're not going to drain it because we want all the spices and the flavors to go with it.
Ugh.
What?
I can't do that with meat. Especially right now, it makes me grossed out.
All right, Karen,
okay,
so
now,
we're gonna put the spices in.
So he kind of does it like meatloaf. I don't know if you like touching meat, but mix
exactly.
it up. Ready?
Just go. Yeah, just dump the whole thing in there.
The whole thing?
Yeah, there's not much in there.
Gosh.
Okay.
That was just Mrs. Dash, the original.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is chili powder. We're not doing a lot.
Well, you're gonna have to do a lot more than that. Keep going. Tara, you gotta put a lot in this part. Keep going.
Okay,
a little more, just a little more.
We'll start with that.
Just one more puff. Keep going.
And this is seasoned salt.
Okay, that's pretty good.
And then pepper. You want pepper?
No, pepper's already in there.
Oh, you already put pepper in there?
No, it's in the stuff.
No. Oh, Maverick woke up from his nap, so you might hear him in the background.
All right. So after you got the seasoning and the spices and all that stuff in there, now it's time to brown the meat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer this for right now into that pot over there just to brown it up, and in the meantime we can start putting all of our beans and stuff like that in this pot. All right, so we gotta wash our hands.
Okay, Brian is gonna start adding the beans, and we have a mixture of, what are these? Just dark red kidney beans, chili beans, light red kidney beans, and sometimes he does pinto beans. I've seen people do black beans. These ones with the flip top lids are real nice.
Yeah. Whoever came up with this idea is brilliant.
And these don't have too much juice in them, so.
One more.
One? I like a lot of tomatoes in my chili. So my worst scar is, I said earlier that I had wrecked my car that I got on my 16th birthday. This is sauce, babe.
What?
This is sauce. So I was 2 weeks out from my high school graduation and I ran that car off a dirt road and I went like a long ways down into like a culvert on the side of the road.
A ravine.
Yeah, like a ravine.
Okay, whoa. Now.
That was just one.
Okay, that's probably enough right now because we're about out of it.
Yeah, so anyways, I didn't have my seatbelt on and I hit the windshield and I have like scars. If you look close, like at some of my close-up videos, you can see I have scars like on my forehead, but they're kind of fading over time, but you can still definitely tell that they're there.
Yeah.
So far we ended up using 2 things of diced tomatoes and one tomato sauce. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things of beans. I have a feeling we're gonna add more beans, and then we're gonna do 1 or 2 tomato pastes.
Just one. All right. So we've almost got the meat brown. All we gotta do is dump it in here, put it back on the stove, let it simmer. After putting all the spices and everything, it simmers. All the flavors will transfer from one to the other, and then we'll show you our final product. So this is what it looks like when it's all put in the pot.
It looks so good and it smells amazing already too. So some of the meat is still kind of pink, but it's going to continue to cook. It's 1/4 to 4 or 1/4 to 5. So it's going to continue to cook for, I don't know, we ate a late lunch. We'll probably do around 7 or so.
Yeah, between 7 and 8. So as you can tell, that's the chili spoon test to make sure it's thick enough. I don't like my chili to lean over the spoon this way or this way. I like to stick the spoon in there, and if it'll do that, that's almost perfect. The downside is when it's that thick, you really gotta pay attention, especially if you're using a stainless steel pot. If you guys don't have a stainless steel pot, I highly recommend you can put it in a crock pot or something like that. And just keep stirring it from time to time. That way it does not stick and burn to the bottom because your amazing chili just went down the drain. Tara decided we needed 1 more can of diced tomatoes.
I like a lot of tomatoes. And I think another thing of...
Those 2.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Like I said, we're making a lot so we can freeze. And then we're also having friends over, and then we'll have a ton. Almost need a longer spoon.
Almost need a longer spoon. Hi. Hi.
Here, Benny.
Yeah. So I'd like to put it on low to medium heat at first to get the thing hot and get it going. And then after you start seeing the bubbles rise and some of the juices, the simmering, and then some of the juices get to the top, then we'll kick it down on low and just let it do its thing.
So now we're gonna clean the kitchen.
Take a short clean about and
play with this baby for a minute, and then we'll show you when it's done.
Yeah, I'll show you.
We might be in our pajamas and watching a movie by then.
It will be amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for, at least thanks for hanging out with me to learn how to do my chili, and we'll talk to you real soon. Okay, so we've got the chili simmering, and we will show you a clip of that at the end, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, if you like videos like this, and we will see you next time.